Alrighty, guys, we're back for Mono White Enchantments, and this is a Through the Omenpaths standard brew, and I'm Red Cat. Let's briefly go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked. We got all four Wonderweave Aerialist. This is a 2-mana 2/2. Ward 2. Nice. Now it has flying as long as it's modified as well. The modifications are equipment, auras you control, and counters are modifications. So should be really easy to get this into the air. Things like Sheltered by Ghosts, right? Shardmage's Rescue, Ethereal Armor, even the counters from Optimistic Scavenger will get the Wonderweave into the air. But honestly, if it didn't even have that bottom ability, I'd still probably play it in here for the Ward too, as it should really come in handy. More new cards packed in. We have Ademi of the Silkchutes. It's a 2-mana, 3/2 legendary creature with Flash. 1 mana, give it flying. For 1 mana, sacrifice it. Creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Nice, so protecting our important creatures. Similar concept to Zack Fair. Make the cut as a 2 of in here. Yep, protect our important creatures. Sounds good to me. Now, Wonderweave isn't the only ward creature in here. We actually have Armored Armadillo. Ward 1 is really why it's in here, but you wouldn't believe how often that bottom ability actually helps us close out games. For 3 and a white, it gets +X+0 until end of turn, where X is its toughness. Yeah, actually a pretty solid little common creature. Now, more new cards. We have all four. A Most Helpful Weaver. This is a 2-mana enchantment saga. Chapter 1 gives you a 2/1 green Spidey with reach. Cool. Chapter 2, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It becomes a legendary spider hero in addition to its other types. And then Chapter 3, target creature you control gains double strike until end of turn, which could be absolutely devastating for the opponent, especially if you're flying in with a double strike creature that has like ethereal armor on it or something. Okay, the top end, guys, we got all four Enduring Innocence for the main card draw of the build. Just a fantastic creature in general. And then one more card that I didn't go over yet. We actually have Feather of Flight in here as a 2 of 2. 22 total planes. Yep, nothing fancy going on in the mana base, but I did consider Vel'Gavas Lair since it's an enchantment land. Works well with the Scavenger already on the board. Works well with Ethereal Armor too, so something to consider. I didn't really want to get slowed down by the mana base though this time around, and Spellbook Vendor is an excellent card to consider for this style of deck list. Alright guys, I do my dandiest to save the more in-depth discussion for the end of the video, so look forward to that. In the meantime, let's go ahead, take this into some ranked, see how we do. Okay, we'll see if we can get right into that first game. In the meantime, what am I expecting from the build? I think it's going to be fantastic, man, but that worries me a little bit, right? We'll see. We'll see how it does. I think that, well, number one, we need to see creatures, right? Let's drop the mulligan. Nice, much better. Shardmage's Rescue. Beautiful. Really good stuff. I think I'm going to actually send a planes 22 in here. It's the majority of the deck list to begin with. So, yep. Send the planes. So anyways, yeah, I'm expecting a little bit of something. But we'll see what we can pull off, huh? Okay, Llanowar Elves, nice. More mana's fantastic. That means Innocence on time. Alright, with Ward 1 on Armadillo, Ward 2 on Wonderweave. Unfortunately, Llanowar Elves sticks around. Honestly, if I had a Shardmage's Rescue, no, that's right here. Sheltered by Ghosts, I potentially would have picked up the Llanowar Elves to prevent some ramp, but they find a Fenrir and keep the Llanowar Elves open, actually. We can take the turn for some setup with the Innocence. But the opponent has taken several turns of setup, too. I mean, what else are we going to do other than like a trick with the Shardmage's Rescue, or Shardmage's Rescue get Aerialist into the air? Yeah. Yeah, not a great lineup right now, guys. Letting them keep the Fenrir around, just a couple more turns of extra value. I think we potentially could have cheesed the Aerialist through, but I'd rather keep it on the board, and the trade doesn't seem that great for us, even though Fenrir is good value, for sure. We go for the swing. We could probably take that, and then they won't get the card draw next turn, and then Innocence comes back as an enchantment. The bottom card draw ability on Fenrir. Oh, Sheltered by Ghost. Nice. Really nice. Onto Realist. Pick up the Fenrir. Swing in the air. Shardmage's Rescue for protection. The question is the opponent playing a board wipe style deck list? We should definitely do this. And Sheltered by Ghost, there's so much else that we can actually pick up here too. Excuse me, guys. I'm losing my voice. Slowly but surely. Yeah, there's so much else that we could actually pick up on the top end too. Okay, I'm gonna have patience for one more turn. Let's see what we draw with the Innocence here. It's gonna be mana. Shardmage's Rescue open. We could still swing in the air with the Aerialist with the Rescue, but I think we keep Rescue as a surprise. I hope that's okay. I hope this entire turn was okay, because I think the Sheltered by Ghost would have been fantastic here too. Start swinging and gaining. Oh, crap. We're gonna die. We're totally gonna die here. I wasn't even thinking random encounter deck list. Well, there wouldn't have been much to do then, right? But no, we still have a great chump block here. Wait a minute, we're not dead. Let's see what they do with the World Sire. How many lands they hit here. Oh, they find all the mana they need. Nice. Wow. I mean, what do we do, guys? What do we do? We chump here. Take 15. Take 30 damage. Cry self to sleep. No. We definitely take the chump. We can chump the Overlord too. Take a little less. But I think that this is fine. And they got so much mana. Shardmage's Rescue doesn't give indestructible, unfortunately. So any creature off the top would be fantastic here. Draw a couple on the Enduring Innocence, right? Yeah, good stuff, because bouncing it back's a little bit better for them. Although they won't have haste next turn. There's going to be more mana, unfortunately. Only 22 mana in here, guys. So we'll prevent the card draw on the Fenrir and hope that they miss the second random encounter. We're in danger. Go for the swing, go back up to 12. Let's see what you got, opponent. Bring it on, bring it on. Yeah, they don't got enough to flash back the random. They totally have enough to flash back the random encounter. Oh no, guys, I've only counted once before in my life. I should have prepared for this. It wouldn't have mattered anyways here, right? For sure, for sure. Yeah, like saving the Aerialist as a blocker. They got the Galta Primal Hunger with Trample. And also Terror of the Peaks is one that just cleans up the game, getting around any extra chump blockers that we had. So honestly, dude, I think first of all, we barely got to play. But second of all, I think that would have been really hard for any deck list to go up against, right? Outside of having proper counter spells for the random encounter when it comes time, for sure. And they hit really, really well on the random encounters too. So yeah, I'm sticking to it. I think this deck list is capable of a lot, but hopefully we don't run into too many explosive deck lists like that. Yeah, things just really did not line up well in that first game. Evolving Wilds. All right. Filtered by Ghost, that's great news. See if we can actually pick up a Tifa on time. And maybe it won't be a Snakeskin Veil. Double Evolving Wilds. Relatively slow start for the opponent. Triple Ethereal Armor is kind of crazy, guys. Even if we miss the Tifa... Oh, nice. They tap out here. Oh, no, they don't. Oh, yes, they do. Alright, so Sheltered by Ghost next turn. That's good news. And the ward 2 on the Aerialist. I mean, we're probably okay. Pick up the Hydra. That's my Hydra. And we got ward 4 on this Aerialist. 2 more Ethereal Armors next turn. Any enchantment off the top would be insane. Oh, Saz on the top end. Let's go, opponent. Hey, Traveling Chocobo. No, come back. Let me play it out, opponent. Please. Please let me play it out. Well, that's more like it. I would say that's more along the style of game that I'm expecting from this deck list, for sure. So, how much damage did we have on the board? They didn't even know about the double Ethereal Armor left in hand, right? So each Ethereal Armor would have been giving +4, +4, because we had 4 enchantments. So, so +12, so 14 damage on the board. No. 15 damage on the board. Lethal damage because of the +1 on the Sheltered by Ghost, right? Holy cow, guys. Oh, well, plus Optimistic Scavenger was going to be able to boost with counters, so that was a really good draw, too. I wish we could have played it out. Yeah, for sure. That would have been a really fun, chunky swing. Putting all eggs onto the Aerialist there. Excuse me, guys. While we get into the next game, I'm going to go ahead and get a drink of water. Ah, hydrated. Okay. We go first. Great news. Good hand. Wow. Wow. Skip the Armadillo right into Scavenger? No. Why? Because we have Rescue in hand. Nice. Now we keep Rescue open. And that's that. Aha, take this, opponent. Aha! Might as well, right? For fun. Then the opponent drops Boros colors, swings with a nice hasty creature. But no, it's just going to be a carrot cake. So, we could Sheltered by Ghost for some extra counters, but I don't think so. I'm sorry, Shardmage's Rescue. I keep getting these two mixed up. I think we keep Shardmage's Rescue regardless, because Mono White midrange is brutal, to say the very least. Aerialist is not the best bet here, because Mono White midrange has board wipes. So Sheltered by Ghost is probably okay for next turn too, though. Speaking of all eggs into one basket, boost up the Armadillo, because Scavenger has a huge target on its back, guys. No chump from the opponent. They decide the rabbit is worthwhile to keep around to copy from a Caretaker's Talent when it comes time. With ward on Armadillo, I'd love to get that Aerialist down. I really would, but I don't think it's worth it yet. Collector's Vault. Nice. What are we up against? That could just be their ramp piece. Where's their removal? I mean, I think we have to go, guys. You know what I mean? I mean, Sheltered by Ghost picking up Caretaker's Talent is great and all, but I think we just got to do the thing. Number one, if they're relying on the Collector's Vault to get goodies into the grave, we should probably pick up the Collector's Vault. This helps the swing get through. 3-turn clock, that's not soon enough. If I would have established Aerialist last turn, maybe. But then what happens when we do eat the board wipe? 4th mana open. On the edge of my seat, opponent. Bring it on, buddy. Bring it on. No Day of Judgment? No Day of Judgment. Oh, more mana is really bad. Okay. This might be a 21 mana deck list, but I also think there's going to be a lot of games. Okay, Shardmage's Rescue might actually come in handy here. Wait till they pay the ward too. Shardmage's Rescue. They didn't block yet, so they still have the potential to block here. So let's go ahead. Boost the Scavenger this time again too. Because I don't want the chump into the Armadillo. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think they want us to tap out here, but we don't have anything in hand anyways, so we take the... Guys? I completely overlooked that too, opponent. Holy cow. I knew it was a chunk of damage, but I didn't add it together. Oh my goodness. Number one, if we would have put that counter onto the Armadillo, I'm pretty sure they would have taken that block instead of the Scavenger block. Yeah, dude, it's plus X plus O. It doesn't just like make the power equal or anything, right? To the toughness. It's plus X plus O. So it was 12 damage getting through there. Crazy stuff, man. Holy cow. That was pretty fun, honestly. Taking out Mono White mid-range. We just don't know what style of Mono White mid-range they were actually playing. But yeah. Yeah, that was good. Let's keep the ball rolling. I think that we're more than capable of curving really well, having just an incredible lineup. And that was a good one for sure. And I want to see as many of the new cards as possible here too. No Shardmage's Rescue in hand. We start with Scavenger. So that way, if it does survive, the most helpful Weaver is incredible to get down on turn 2 here. It does survive. Nice. So again, Scavenger already having a huge target on its back. Oh, it still has to target itself anyways, regardless of... Wait, did I order these right? Yes, the target has to happen before it goes onto the stack. That's good to know for sure, because that's a big part of the deck. That's all 4 of each of them, so that curve happens often. Kona, no, why Kona? Kona's bad news because we don't have any instant speed way of dealing with it, so we just gotta go fast, man. Really fast. Get the Spidey in the air, boost the Scavenger? Draw Ethereal Armor? No, Sheltered by Ghost is pretty good, though. Their turn 3 next turn. Give Double Strike to anything? Because we'll have 4 mana. Double Strike on the Armadillo could be pretty good, too, because we will have our 4th. Stock up, guys. I guess that's game? No, 1 mana. They need 1 open mana for a bounce. Wait, what turn is it for them? It's their 3rd turn. Oh. Good game, opponent. Dude, what is even happening? Yeah. That was their... They played their 3rd mana already, then they played stock up. So I guess they didn't have anything in hand. Double Strike to the 4/2 Spidey. Even Sheltered by Ghost could have helped us push through. Armadillo ability could have helped us push through. All right, man. Let's keep the ball rolling. And hey, while I have you here, somewhere in the early, middle-ish of the video, make sure you check out that description where we do have that Discord link as well as that Patreon link too, if you're interested in joining either of those up or supporting the channel that way. And then, excuse me, guys. And then additionally, for the YouTube side of things, hold on, guys. Let's go ahead and pause until we actually find an opponent here. Oh, there we go. It just took an extra second. YouTube side of things. If you like the video, make sure you actually drop it a like. If you enjoy the channel, then consider subscribing, because it really does help out the channel. So thank you, guys. Now this is a bit of a slower hand. The deck list is doing so well, I'm going to keep it just to try it. Yep, totally fine. And then also, yeah, turn 2 Aerialist is pretty good because it has a high chance of surviving. Oh, wow. Very nice. Very nice draw, guys. Probably right into the most helpful Weaver again, right? Ooh, Herd Heirloom. 2 mana open for a creature. It's going to be Marketback Walker. Wow, cool. Marketback Walker is a great one to go ahead and pick up with Sheltered by Ghost, which was a good draw, of course, right? But I think we take the turn for some setup here. Get the Aerialist down. Enduring Innocence next turn. Boost Aerialist into the air. And then consider Sheltered by Ghost onto Aerialist, especially against mono green, as it should struggle to deal with Ward 4. Unless they're spending a ridiculous amount of mana. Wow, very nice. Very nice opponent. I like the setup. They start boosting the might here, probably. Yeah, we're going to need time for our setup, too. Going to be resolved. Go ahead, take out the Scavenger before it gets out of hand. And now our setup is actually looking really bad. As far as turn 3s go, that's a turn 3.5 for sure. That was a really, really good lineup from the opponent. And with Ward 1 on here, we could it, Sheltered by Ghost, pick up the might. But honestly, picking up the Innkeeper's Talent might be a little better. Start spreading all those counters wide over there and have plenty of mana to get this to level 3 as well. We take the turn for setup on the Innocence. The extra card draw, of course, would be great and all, but what's the opponent going to do? Luckily, they're out of cards in hand, but it's only a matter of time till they start drawing off the bottom ability on the Herd Heirloom. A little bit of patience. Let's get the Enduring Innocence down. A little bit of patience, right? It would have been great to start swinging in the air with the Aerialist, but we can't always rely on the opponent missing removal for a good play, you know what I mean? They had the removal there, so... Mossborn Hydra, wow! Okay, without any lands in hand, though, thank goodness, they just go into the Marketback Walker. All of this is a problem, dude. Good swings. Good chump with the Innocence if we want. Go up to 22. Just take the 6 for the turn, I would say. There's a better chump in the Enduring Innocence's future, I would say. And then also, a lot of life gain, too, right now, as we plan on putting Aerialist in the air. And I'd say giving them that extra turn of a talent counter didn't matter too much here, but I'm still pretty sure we pick up that Innkeeper's Talent. It's too bad that they didn't spend the 4 mana this turn onto it, though. That way we could waste as much of their mana as possible. So Optimistic Scavenger is really good. Let's start with the card draw. Really good draw, man. Yeah, another Aerialist. That could really come in handy. All of their creatures super scary, but we got to pick up that Innkeeper's Talent, I think. We take the turn for setup with Helpful Weaver. They get another turn of setup with the talent too. It's just not worth it, right? Setup with the Weaver gets us one step closer to double strike with the Aerialist in the air. But I think we have to take care of this. We're fine, guys. We're totally fine. Get the swing, go back up to 18. Still got the chump on the Enduring Innocence. Hopefully I'm playing this out well enough, because there's definitely a few different ways we could have played, for sure. And they all looked pretty good, too, so... Go ahead and boost the Marketback Walker. They keep the 1 card in hand here. That's nice. They get the extra counter. Extra boost is now the turn for the chump. 7 down to 11. We could just swing with the Enduring Innocence next turn, too. Okay. No blocks, we take it. I was trying to consider what else could they do. There's a lot of ways they could give trample to the Marketback Walker, right? And so maybe... Oh, right there. Herd Heirloom, guys. That would have trampled right through the Enduring Innocence. Draw a card on the market back. We're in danger, dude. They do find a land, starts to boost the Hydra. Another Sheltered by Ghost would be crazy for us. Not going to be, but we start with Helpful Weaver. The other Enduring Innocence could be pretty good too. Get some card draw. But I think we want to do this so we can start to think about that double strike on the final round, right? All eggs into the Aerialist basket. Get some card draw. We do find the second Sheltered by Ghost, guys. Wow. Keep emergency chump blockers, even though it's going to be really hard. The chump. Okay. Okay, I think that's okay. Oh no, guys. Oh no. There they go. They go ahead and boost the Mossborn Hydra. But honestly, thank goodness it was just a land. Boost the Market Back Walker up to a 4/4 as well. That is going to get the trample here. All the extra life gain, though, from the Wonderweave. Not boost either of these since they want to draw on the Herd Heirloom. And we're really hoping they miss on the Heirloom draw because they still got 3 mana open. So this already has trample. So I suppose the best chump for us is actually right here into the Might. And we could double block. Try to take out the Might that way. Take 10. We'd be at 8 by the end. Gonna try to pick up the Mossborn Hydra next turn. It's not a bad double block. Uh-oh, guys. What happened? Oh. Melt Strider. Oh. Yeah. Can't be blocked by more than one creature. We're in so much danger, dude. Right, I'll still block the Might. They give Trample, Herd, Heirloom onto the Market Back Walker. Get some card draw when it gets through. We do still gain the 2. The problem is I was expecting to take out the Might this turn, but the Melt Strider's Resolve is really good, actually. So, again, all eggs into the Aerialist. Come on, buddy. Let's get there. Shardmage's Rescue is pretty good. All right. All right. So, we do not have a lot of mana out there, huh? Sheltered by Ghost. Mossborn Hydra is the target because that's the one that can be the most explosive. And Shardmage's Rescue is open too. Now, if for some reason they can figure out a way... Wait a minute, guys. I missed lethal. No. What? Yeah. I definitely missed lethal. What? What? No, we should have taken it. There was a very small chance that for whatever they had for 3 mana open could have gained them life, then on their turn potentially could have gotten around the ward 6 on the Wonderweave. But no, I should have just taken the lethal. For sure. Nice. Actually, they're out of cards in hand now. Yeah, Shardmage's Rescue would have boosted 1. And then the Scavenger would have boosted another 1. So that would have been how we got the lethal, by the way, guys. But they're in danger. We're at 17. Thanks for the lifelink on the Sheltered by Ghost. The second Sheltered by Ghost was so good, too. Just everything about this was excellent business. We attempt the chump into the Might. And we can take the 10. They do draw on the Herd Heirloom, but they'll only have 1 forest open. And with Sheltered by Ghost protecting the Aerialist regardless, they're just not going to get around that ward. Not with mono green, at least. Draw a card. See what they see. They could get a chump blocker into the air. That would save them, but then we go wide with Scavenger. We plug Rescue onto Scavenger. Melt Strider's Resolve, yeah. They go for the fight. onto the Scavenger, and we say, no, that's my Scavenger. That's my friend. And we go for that swing. Double strike onto the Aerialist. Full swing. Very nice. Cool stuff, man. Yeah, I really liked the opponent's mono green. Really, really neat. We're climbing, guys. Climbing through platinum. Very cool. Yeah, we don't do that very often. Oh, man. Yeah. Dude, we're 30 minutes in. Win or lose in this last one, it's totally fine. Totally fine. We showcased the deck list. We showcased exactly what it's trying to do. The mana at 22 feels a little steep, but look at that last game. The 4th mana really would have come in handy, you know? So... Opponent goes first. No great protection, but Aerialist with the ward too, man. Oh, wow. Sheltered by Ghost. I mean, we got these 4-ofs in here for a very good reason, man. Scavenger, get down, bro. Oh my goodness, Scavenger? You're alive. You're alive, Scavenger. What on earth? All right, right into Sheltered by Ghost. Sheltered by Ghost is much better to pick up the Screaming Nemesis, though, but just survival on the Scavenger seems much better here. Okay, never mind. Second Scavenger. I'm gonna risk it, man. First Scavenger survived for some reason, right? So we're gonna go for this. So boost this, and with boost wide then, right? Boost, swing. Oh, very, very risky play, but saving Shelter by Ghost to deal with their Screaming Nemesis. Right on time, I suppose, right? They do go for the full swing, take it all day, and then more mana. It's not bad. Either way, it's Sheltered by Ghost, and we plug all the eggs into one Scavenger basket now, I suppose. Yep. Pick up the Nemesis. I hope that's okay, going all in, because we go back up to 20. The scary thing is with their Rakdos colors, and so they can pay that ward with the 4th mana. Go for like a Shoot the Sheriff or something. Wild Ride. They see self-destruct off the top, guys. They got 13 on the board state. If they do find that 4th mana and they find another boost for the Challenger, I think we could die easily. If it was the 4th mana, I think they would have played it already, though. And thank goodness they tapped already here. Wow, Might of the Meek. Up to 8-4. Yep. They could find it, but I think if they would have played it. They don't go for the swing. They save the block, guys. Wow. Enduring Innocence is pretty good. Boost wide this time, both into this Scavenger. Get a good swing, force a chump. Yep, it's better than establishing Aerialist, because then we also draw off the Aerialist on the upcoming turns too. And I think this could have easily gone the opponent's way. Easily, guys. Forced into the block with the 8-7. Some kind of... Okay, they want the card draw now. They do find mana off the Scavenger. Go up to 28, and it's looking pretty good for us, guys. Unless there's like a surprise board wipe waiting, I'd have to be a pretty good board wipe for 4 mana and to take care of this 8-7 in Rakdos colors. GG opponent. Holy cow, guys. Holy cow. We're totally doing the thing. That game, too, Aerialist just chilling in hand because I decided to go for the greed. I don't think that's what I usually would do, but we're just doing so well right now. going the greed route seemed the most fun, and it usually is the most fun too. Guys, let's end there on a high note. Losing my voice after a long recording day anyway, so yeah. Cool, man. Cool. I liked it a lot. I love enchantment deck lists. You guys know that by now, and I always bring this up. Ethereal Armor, Scavenger, Rescue, and Sheltered by Ghosts. The 4 of each of these is a good start to any enchantment shell. And then after that, you just have to decide what's the meta looking like right now. And then what else do you actually want to pack in, right? Do you want to actually go Selesnya? Do you want to go Azorius? This scenario, we went just mono white. The plane's like never holding us up really. Unless you don't see enough, right? Or you see too much with a flood. But yeah, just not having to worry about the additional color. Really nice, man. So anyways, we got the shell. We start with that. Then for this package, I decided on protection. Let's stop the opponent's spot removal. Ward 1 on Armadillo, helping it survive the first turn until you actually have an open rescue. Zack and Ademi, both having abilities to protect our creatures. Zack giving indestructible, Ademi giving hexproof indestructible, right? And then Wonderweave, the new common here. Just 2 Azorius hybrid mana. So in this deck list, double white for a 2/2 ward 2. Don't even worry about the bottom ability, but the bottom ability will definitely come in handy as it's very easy to modify this, get it into the air. This is 110% going to be a card I try when we visit Azorius enchantments too. The ward just goes the extra mile, way further than you would ever expect. And I think earlier I brought up like the bottom ability on Armadillo, you just would never expect it to do the thing so often, but it does. So Armadillo and Wonderweave in here for the ward, but also little bonuses on the bottom of these cards coming in handy all the time. Feather of Flight, sure, a lot of your other cards are already getting flying on their own, like Ademi could, or Wonderweave easily gets in the air. But Feather of Flight on an Armadillo or a Scavenger is really good, or Enduring Innocence for that matter too. Another reason why Feather of Flight's so good too is because, well, number one, it has flash, that's good. You can keep this open with like an Ademi's flash as well. And flashing in an enchantment's really good too, because you could have some insane combat tricks with the +1/+1 counters on Scavenger or 2 on the board, right? But then also it replaces itself. Draw a card. Beautiful. And then Enduring Innocence as the top end card draw. Honestly, it didn't even seem incredibly necessary today. We could probably consider 3 of them. Go up the 5th Sheltered by Ghost. No, I'm just teasing, guys. If we could, right? What would I go up if I dropped an Enduring Innocence? I have no idea. More removal, probably. Generic removal. Maybe a Get Lost. That would probably work fine, honestly. What do you guys think? I could also see dropping a planes down to 21, but 22 felt pretty good, and I'm not changing anything, dude. This felt fantastic. Holy cow. I put it on the Do Not Craft list just because. Put everything on the Do Not Craft list for the first couple weeks of any given set until the meta settles, but boy, this one's probably pretty budget-friendly, huh? Do some rearranging here between commons and uncommons, and then we got some rares in this one too. Commons, uncommons, rares. Not terrible. The chunk of uncommons, which uncommon wildcards do disappear pretty fast. 8 commons, and the new Aerialist, it's a common. Well worth the craft for this style of deck list, right? For sure. For sure. As far as the top end goes, like all 4 of the most helpful weavers, we could probably do some trading out based on collection for that. Think about like the spellbook vendor that made the cut as an honorable mention, for example, too. I like this though. I like it a lot. I think that the middle 2 abilities, it's the same thing as our ward creatures, same thing as Armadillo, same thing as Aerialist. Those bottom 2 abilities will come in handy way more often than you would ever expect. I think that if you're missing Scavenger and you're missing auras, putting the counter onto the Aerialist, get it into the air as a 3/3 ward 2 is actually just disgusting and very scary for the opponent. And then at that point, you see a Sheltered by Ghost, and now you're flying in every turn with lifelink, and you picked up their strongest permanent too. So I don't know, man. A lot of power packed in. Like this a lot. There's probably some fine tuning we could do. Like, are 2 Ademis even worth it? We could probably get away with 1. Is this even the protection card that we want? Maybe not. Maybe we want something else. I don't know. It's in here because it's a new card too, so. Yeah, dude, hey. Let me know what you thought of the deck list down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Yeah, there's some modifications we could make to this for sure. Like today we didn't even see Zack do the thing, but I'm telling you, man, I'll tell you what, just having an extra creature that you can plug stuff onto, that's great, but most of the time you're probably holding Zack for protection, and maybe the game went on a little bit and you're actually plugging the scavenger counters onto Zack, or the counters from the most helpful Weaver as well. And when you actually pop that bottom ability, you get to distribute those counters onto another creature as well. So what ends up happening sometimes too is the opponent misses that, and they let a creature through, and then you pop Zack's bottom ability, plug all those extra counters that you've been stacking throughout the game onto the creature that's getting through. Sometimes the opponent doesn't miss it, and you just fly in the air instead, right? So it does make a lot of sense in here. Actually, I could see 1 Ademi, 3 Zacks as well. I think the 2 and 2 split makes a lot of sense because of legendary, and you really do not want that legendary rule holding you up in this deck list. So, all right, man, enough rambling, huh? If you made it this far into the video for real, y'all are champions. I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.